Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all, Best Fail Sound.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Mark, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
You selected this topic. I was excited to do it.
Yeah.
Did you pick it because you knew it involved Ken having to drop in a bunch of sound effects? Is that why you did it?
No, that is not why I did it, but that is an ancillary extra bonus. You know what? That was a really good, astute point that you just made. Let's hear that again. Can we go roll that clip, Ken?
Yep.
Clip not available.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was
The memories.
it's a good point you made.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Who suggested this again?
This was suggested by Ryan on Discord. Zagrazi. I'm not sure what the internet handle is, but we'll say Ryan. Thank you. I love this topic because as I got to thinking about it, I was like, you know what? The one that comes to mind is the big wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, sure.
Right? The classic sad trombone. But then there are so many more wonderful fail sounds that have come about through the years. Quickly, the etymology of this, because I was curious what we would call it, a fail sound, whatever. Oh my gosh, did you preload these into your synthesizer thing, or is that just on?
It was already there. It was already
amazing.
there. Ken just said he would not put them in, so I'm going to have to find them and force them into this.
Yep. This goes back 1921 is the first example of sob story.
Okay, that's the official name of sad trombone.
Well, no, this is the etymology of what
Okay,
the verbal equivalent of that would be.
all right.
The verbal equivalent of that being sob story back in the day. And then much later on, making the song sound wah, wah, wah.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically B flat to a G played on a trombone with a plunger on the end.
Yeah, muted.
That's how you get that sound. Yeah. Muted trombone. Then much later on, people just started saying the phrase womp womp and the phrase sad trombone. Which I think are outgrowths of internet speak. So in trying to come up with even what we would call this episode, what did we wind up going with? Fail sound?
Best fail sound, yes.
Best fail sound. I was in the bathroom when you were recording
That's right.
the best fail sound. Yeah. And then I was thinking there are a lot of great fail sounds.
There are a ton, and I don't think we need to pick, we just need to pick the best one. Some work better in different situations. For example, if you tell a joke that nobody laughs at, you would hear this. Right? You would hear crickets.
Of course. Or someone would say crickets.
Say crickets. Also, my other favorite, this is maybe my favorite joke failing noise.
Go on.
Tell a joke, deliver a punchline for a joke, and I'll be in the audience.
To get to the other side. Oh, that's so brutal.
Just one cough.
A single cough.
It's bad.
I like that.
We've all heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all done improv shows. Maybe not everyone listening, but you and I certainly have done enough improv shows where you thought you had a killer and then oh, you know what that is? That is a fail sound that is brutal and repeatable, and anyone can do it. Not everybody's going to have a trombone on them to make the womp, 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 womp. Can you hit that again for us, Al?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, not everybody's going to have a trombone following them around, just waiting for them to fail at things.
That is true, but doesn't that sound encompass failure so well? A cough is situationally specific. I would argue that a sad trombone makes any fail funny.
Yeah.
Within reason. But if it's, whatever, my house just burnt down. It's inappropriate to play that. Right. Inappropriate to play it, right? Yeah. That's not the spot for it, but it still works as a fail sound because of that. I don't know that it's the best one, but it's a really strong contender.
it's the granddaddy of all of the fail sounds because so many of these began in the early days of radio and television as a representation of something that couldn't be seen. That because radio, you couldn't see someone slip and fall. You couldn't see someone make a clown make a sad face to a camera. Right. This was the audio equivalent of that. And then it was later parlayed into game shows. So getting something wrong on a game show, the fail sounds that came out of game shows really blew up the fail sound world. And then we got all kinds of great fail sounds. And then from there, those were fail sounds that let us empathize or sympathize. I never know the correct differentiation between those two. That can be a whole other episode. Mm-hmm. But let a listener or a viewer go on a journey with someone who is playing the game to later on it became the sound that came with you playing the game in the world of video games. Have had some incredible fail sounds too. For me, going back to the original, if Mario hits that mushroom when he's little, just those, all those little things that as a kid I heard so many times and it was so disappointing every time I heard it. So I think that those are going to be outside of the OG sad trombone and the other ones made famous in cartoons and radio back in the day. I would like to look at them in separate piles. So you want to look at game shows or video games first?
Let's do video games.
All right. You know more about video games than I do. My favorite one is the one that I just threw out there. What else have you got?
There's the Pac-Man, Yeah, that's very, like, you know, that is a sound that
that's so good.
Wager there are children and young adults today who know that sound but don't know where it comes from. They might know it's from a game. That to me feels like probably the most iconic fail sound. When I think of Super Mario Brothers, I think of the oh man, when you die, it goes bloop 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 boom.
Yeah, but at first, the first thing it does is that super staccato. Bloop.
Yeah,
and then there's like that half-second break of like, maybe I'm gonna get away with it.
Yeah,
no.
There's also, this is somewhat related, is the Windows, the fail sound, that donk sounds like.
Oh,
Ken, will you drop one in right here, please?
Yes. Oh man. The thing about that noise that is really brutal about, I've just had a visceral reaction to that Windows donk. Because the thing about that noise is that is not a noise that you hear. That is a noise that you make.
Right.
And if you do something that makes that noise, donk, in your attempts to figure out what you did that made that noise, every time you push a button for the next several minutes, you're going to hear that donk sound. Donk, 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 donk. Yeah. And then you're going to tap repeatedly on the same key, thinking it's going to do something different. And hear donk, 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 donk.
It's painful. It's traumatizing. It's triggering to hear that noise.
That might be too painful. That may be too much of a fail sound.
Too close.
Is that possible?
I mean, would that be the thing that makes it the best? A visceral reaction to it, or at least puts it as a contender?
That's up there. Pac-Man's up there. This is up there. You know what else? What about the spoken words? Because another one that came to mind from the video game world isn't really a sound effect. It's just the word fatality.
But that's positive in that game. Because that means
for somebody.
It means you successfully press the buttons and move the stick in a way to trigger the fatality. It's not automatic. You had to know how to do it. So it was like,
unless
this person's very good. If you're player 2, you're hoping it doesn't happen, but you've already lost.
I guess that's true. It is a good thing.
The real sound would be finish him or finish her. That would be the sound. But even that is both the sound of success and failure. I think we want something that is failure. Sort of like, I know skipping around a bit, but you have this, the sad trombone, but then there's also the slide whistle, the boo.
Yeah.
That's sort of
that one feels less tragic to me. And that one feels like whatever pedestal you've just gotten onto, you've just immediately been knocked off of. The sad trombone womp can be used for absolute tragedy. I mean, Shakespearean tragedy. You know, like some Game of Thrones stuff could happen and you could throw in the trombone for that. Some minor things like you didn't get all 6 in the grand prize game on Bozo could get the slide whistle. Like some of these things are not big enough to be sad trombone worthy.
Right.
And
True.
for those, you get the slide whistle. But I like the slide whistle. It's the appetizer.
Right. But it's not.
It's when things
best.
are only
It's just-
starting to go poorly. You haven't quite failed.
Well, do you want to go to game shows? Do you want to talk about game show stuff? Or is there anything else from video games?
I'm trying to think of others from, I'm trying to think if there, Ken, do you have any others from video games that you can think of? The main one, like that Super Mario Brothers, it's more of a music sting. The Pac-Man one is, that one is,
yeah. That is a
there's
sound
one
you have
that's
failed in
not
that game.
as well known, but it was always so heartbreaking. Did you play Sonic the Hedgehog growing up?
Very little.
Okay. There was a sound that would happen if one of the dangers for Sonic on one of the levels in, I think it was the first Sonic and Tails game, was the water level would rise up and then Sonic would be underwater and you either had to get to the surface or you had to get to a bubble to where you could suck some air out of it. And if you didn't do it within 10 seconds, as the music got more intense and more intense and more intense, and then it would just do that Super Mario Brothers, it would just stop. But instead of a musical sting, Sonic would just go and sink to the bottom. It was
sad.
just like, it was just the sad sound of your avatar croaking. That was just, that one was brutal.
Oh yeah, and all the rings explode out of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The sound of the rings exploding
Your
out of you
life
is
force
pretty
just
bad
spilling
too.
out.
Oof.
Oh,
All right. So yeah, video game wise, was there one in like because I go so far back.
I think that is the iconic. To me, the Pac-Man sound is the iconic
Pac-Man
sound
one
of
is
failure in
is-
video games.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the sad trombone, OG sad trombone. We've got
Yes.
Pac-Man. Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
And then when we come back, we'll talk about some of the great classic fail sounds from our favorite game shows. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
On Judge John Hodgman, the courtroom is fake, but the disputes are real.
Brian would say, I'm the Gumby of this family. He's just not.
Claiming to be Gumby is an un-Gumby-like claim.
No, it's just Gumby and I being our authentic selves.
So what's your complaint? Too many sauces?
There are no foods on which to put the sauces.
Have we named all the sauces on the top shelf yet?
Not even close.
You economize when it comes to pants.
Truly, it's not about the cleanliness of the pants.
Well, why isn't it? This is what I want to know. Judge John Hodgman, Fake Court, Weird Cases, Real Justice. On MaximumFun.org, YouTube, and everywhere you get podcasts.
You can't really know if your own show is any good.
So I asked my kids about ours.
Is Jordan Jesse Go a good show?
No, definitely not. It's really bad.
I would say out of 10, maybe like a 4 out of 10.
It's just really boring.
Yeah, 0.
Subscribe to Jordan Jesse Go, a comedy show for grown-ups.
While we were on our break, Ken threw out another one that I think could launch us into a whole other category as well. And that is the verbalized by a human ones. So let's drop in the one that Ken did.
Ooh.
So that is a classic.
Yeah. And neither one of us is going to recreate it. So
no, I think that one sits up there with like the crickets and the single cough, though this one's usually after a joke that not only failed, but also would get you sent to HR.
Yeah, somebody was offended by it. You have offended somebody and not done it at all.
Are there any other verbal fail sounds?
There's a whole bunch of nonverbal, like, ugh, ugh, boo. Like, you can do all of those. None of them, I think, top a sad trombone in that you wouldn't use it all the time. Like, now we have the memes. You have the, brother, you have stuff like that that you can use. You have these ready-made, everybody has a soundboard at their fingertips with the internet, right? You have some clip you can pull, but the things that keep being used over and over again, that Windows fail sound gets used a lot.
Yeah. What about the ones that are the sounds themselves are coming from the fail? Like specifically in memes is what you put in my head. You know, the one where the girl bumps into the bunk bed and goes, ah.
Yes.
And everybody's mixed it with assorted songs.
Sure.
Oh, Fantastic. But yeah, I don't think that none of those so far have topped Sad Trombone.
Yeah.
So I want to jump into game shows because early on, a real contender came about. This one went, hey, Sad Trombone, I see what you're doing. I'm going to take the sheet music for Sad Trombone. I'm going to add a few more brass instruments. I'm going to give it to an orchestrator. I'm going to have them use a tiny bit of our super peppy positive theme, which this show may or may not have called, if not definitely, then one of the greatest wordless TV themes of all time. Right. And that is, of course, the fail sound from The Price is Right.
Yeah, that is, again.
It is perfect.
We come back to it over and over again. It is Sad Trombone 2.0, isn't it?
It's Sad Trombone 2.0. It's what John Williams did with the Force theme, where bum 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 bum. You can play in so many different ways. They took the Price is Right theme and gave it just a little twist on the end, and suddenly it's a fail. It's not bum 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 bum. It's bum 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 bum.
Yeah, it's really
so good. Now, do people use that one verbally as often as they go womp, 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 womp?
No, they'll go like womp, womp. That's become another sort of like womp, womp. But I do think that people will go bump, bump, bump. That is something people will verbally do.
Yeah.
They'll also do Sad Trombone. They'll do both of those.
Yeah.
I think it's not uncommon is what I'd say. I don't think everybody does it, but it's not uncommon.
Yeah, that's true.
What about just a fart noise?
Is this a game show that does the fart noise, or is this going back to sounds that humans make?
I feel like a lot of no game show does that. Yeah, that's what they use on Deal or No Deal.
Oh yeah,
they're like, oh, you got the $1 case.
The Deal or No Deal sound of the dealer's deal going down is also pretty brutal. Not as well known.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a serious contender, but it is good.
Yeah, I don't know if fart sound is a serious contender, but it's always good.
True. I mean, any buzz sound on a game show that...
This I was just going to ask about. The buzzer on a game show, I think the best version of that we can put up against The Price is Right. And I think the best version of that we're going to find is on Family Feud. Because
the red X.
It's the big X, and it's triggered by a person. You can tell that it's triggered by a person who has very good timing. Because that person, they will like wait that extra 10th of a second.
Yeah.
They will, if it's the third X and it is egregious, they will just blast that thing for a good 3 or 4 seconds. It's like Carl has that job, and Carl is great at that job, and Carl has a mean streak in him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's almost like its own character on the show. I love the big red X buzzer on Family Feud.
It's really good. It's really good. And it does that, that noise is a noise of failure. And it makes you like,
Yeah. He's even got a polite, he or she, it might be Carla. She only does it at the end, and Carla's a little more polite. So she has the polite version that isn't, you're wrong. It's, oh, somebody already said that. It's that little short, like, nah, it's not a fail. It's just a bip, 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 bip.
Yeah.
Oh, that buzzer on that show is like a musical instrument all in its own. And our friends Carla and Carl are virtuoso musicians with that thing.
I would love to have that job. That'd be a really fun job.
So fun. What about the bankrupt sound on Wheel of Fortune?
I don't think I can. Is that the beep? Is that the noise they make when you run out of money?
It's kind of like your slide whistle. It's not going to win if you don't even remember it.
No, the other game show noise that comes up is from Jeopardy, and it's really just when nobody buzzes in. It's the
yeah,
and that's just nobody buzzes in because you don't get buzzed. They just go, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then it just goes to somebody else, or
it goes to whoever had the last question right.
Yeah, so there is no real. I mean, good on that show for not having an actual fail sound.
Well, it does have a fail sound. It's just only happens when all three fail. When everyone fails at once to answer.
Yeah, but that's really like a time's up. That's not really a fail, you know?
I mean, it's the audio equivalent of Alex Trebek shaking his head at three people who he thought at least one of them would know the answer to this. one of you knows who Guy Fawkes is.
How many times when you were on did that happen? I don't remember.
Oh,
I watched your episode. I don't remember. But like when you heard it, was there a visceral reaction? It happened at least once during your game, right?
I don't think so. I think we were clicking the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe it did. I don't remember. It happened to me as I watched the lights go down and down and down when they asked me my daily double that I got. And then my brain went, hey, they said, what cabinet department? And I went, there are no cabinet departments.
Was that the interior, right?
That was the interior monologue. My brain went, there are no cabinet departments.
Wasn't the answer Department of the Interior?
I think it was, I thought you meant that was what was the interior of my head. See, I don't know what the departments are. It was agricultural. It was either agriculture or interior. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it was, I got it wrong. Thanks for making me relive that. I knew that I would have to relive a little of that.
You created
and I'm
a
glad
moment,
they didn't
though.
have. I did. I was very excited to
Should
create
I do
a
it?
moment.
Like you were.
Yeah.
I think you were so caught up in the moment that you would like cease to think about the game and started thinking about TV moment. Can I create a TV moment? Which you did. They should have shared that.
She was a super champ, man. She was not going to be stopped.
I think you could.
Except she was stopped in the very next game.
Could have beaten her. You could have beaten her. I maintain. You had a shot,
man. Oh, thanks, bud.
Sure.
My hand got so tired at the end.
Oh, because
I was clicking so much. Yeah.
And probably gripping it. It like so tight.
Oh, yeah.
Sore tendons.
Gripping it like a Hyundai dealer.
Oh. I love back-to-back records.
I know.
Are there any other fail noises that you can think of that are synonymous with failure that you think are notable enough to be a finalist in this episode?
The echoey sound of the person in the action movie that you couldn't save that wakes you up from the nightmare. Help. You sit up in bed.
That's not. I mean, with the Wilhelm scream, but that's more like.
That's not that's amazing though. I don't think there are any other distinct fail sounds. So here are our finalists. We've got the Pac-Man sound. Let's start it. We'll do it old school. We'll eliminate them. We'll go back and forth, eliminating until we have two. We have. And we will, by the way, we will have to drop them in as we eliminate them. Come on, man. As we eliminate them, you know what we got to hear.
Yeah.
All right. So our finalists are the Pac-Man fail sound.
Okay.
The Windows donk.
Yep.
We've got the sad trombone. We've got the Family Feud buzzer.
Yeah.
And we've got the Price is Right fail sound.
Yeah.
The Price is Right horns.
Fail horn.
Yeah. So Pac-Man, Windows donk, sad trombone, the buzzer on Family Feud, and many, many others. Oh, hold on. Hang on a second.
This is why we do this. That's why I asked.
I'm
glad you thought of one.
Because I don't know if this one fits.
Ooh,
I don't know if this one necessarily will count.
Okay.
Because it is varied. And do they collectively count as a fail sound in the way that, I don't know, the California Raisins had a sound, but I'm talking about the whammies on Press Your Luck. Was there a sound that was underneath every whammy?
It was different every time.
Oh, man. Because I think the best fail thing is whammies.
By far.
By a million miles.
Yes.
Whammies.
They're great.
But we're talking about fail sounds. So yeah, I'm comfortable with these 5, unless there's any that you wanted to throw out there.
No, I thought about like the record scratch. They're like, but I think that's been more of a, you don't know what I'm talking about? But I think that's more of a, hold on a second, or things are going to change. It's more of like a sudden movement or stop and go. Like stop and change.
Hal, do me a favor real quick. Will you lay down on this couch? Let me grab my legal pad real quick. A bunch of the sounds that you described as fail sounds are the sound that you hear when a joke doesn't work. We had crickets. We had a record scratch. We had a single cough. Do we want to unpack any of that?
I think it all goes back to my childhood.
It always goes back to your childhood.
I mean, every time that I thought I would hear this, followed by this.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I would just hear this.
And how did that make you feel?
Like this.
Oh. So, ready for the second half of the basketball game to start?
Yes.
All right.
Now, what I'd like is a Big Mac combo meal.
Mm-hmm.
Large fries.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sugar lemonade.
We are all out of zero sugar lemonade.
Oh my god! You know what? McDonald's legitimately doesn't serve it anymore, and I feel really bad because it was the only thing. Like if I would go to a McDonald's, I'd be like, "Well, I'm getting zero sugar lemonade. They don't even have it anymore."
How does it make
What's
you
the
feel that
point?
they don't have it anymore?
Well, it reminds me of when I was a child, and they didn't have it then either.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were going to your child.
Have they invented zero sugar lemonade yet?
Not yet, but one of these days. Say, why don't you just use the pink packets until then?
I don't know. Why don't either of us sound like we did when we were children, even though we're doing two different versions of the voice?
I forgot I sounded like this, but I had a southern accent too.
Yeah, and I sounded like this, and I had a Philadelphia accent. I can't go to McDonald's because they don't have zero sugar lemonade. Go Birds.
Let's go back to the present, shall we?
Okay, great.
Oh, sorry. Let's go back to the present now, shall we?
Sounds like you're doing Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Have you seen Michael Jackson Pulaski on Instagram?
No.
He's this
He's
guy.
in Chicago and doing Michael
He's
Jackson.
just this white guy who just walks around. He's like, shima, ooh. Like he goes to get his colonoscopy and he's taking videos, not of the actual procedure, but he's like, ooh. He's doing all the noises and stuff. Shima. It's insane.
I have not seen him. Our algorithm. I need you to send me more stuff so our algorithms cross the streams more.
You want me to ruin your algorithm? You got it.
Yeah, ruin my algorithm. All right. So where are we? We've got Pac-Man, Windows Donk, Sad Trombone, the Family Feud buzzer, and The Price is Right.
If
horns.
we were eliminating one,
Mm-hmm.
I would start with the Family Feud buzzer.
You're going to disrespect Carl and Carla like that?
I think they do a fine job. I think that there are other sounds left that represent failure in a wider spectrum better.
Okay. Yeah, I liked the bespokeness of that one.
Sure.
That it even had that sort of weird, the old version had that like, it was an optical effect. Like somebody was just moving a placard out from in front of a red X that was always on. You know what I mean? It felt very, very homemade, but yeah, I'm down with that being our first one eliminated. So to the Family Feud buzzer, we say, all right, who are we eliminating next? We have The Price is Right, Sad Trombone, Windows Donk, and Pac-Man. I'm going to say because it's not as visceral as the Windows Donk. It's not as ubiquitous as the Sad Trombone, and it is not as refined as The Price is Right. You have done us well, but I'm sorry. I'm going to take off the list the Pac-Man sound. The Pac-Man sound is great. It's a beautiful, would you agree that would go next?
I think so, yeah.
You've done us well, Pac-Man sound, but here comes a ghost, and it's just a little bit faster than we are. Oh!
Never gets easy.
Where are you going next, Hal? We got the Windows Donk, the Sad Trombone, and the Price is Right horns.
I mean, I think it would be weird to have the two horns go against one another, but it also feels like the only correct choice. So I'm going to get rid of the window sound, which has frustrated. It is a sound of frustration and failure as well, but it also feels like instead of you failing, it's the machine failing. Like, what? You should be working. Why won't you do? What is going? Don't. It's more annoying. I think the other two are better at the end of the day. So for all of the many errors that Windows has thrown us over the years, it's time for us to throw one at you. So take this.
Wait, no. You pushed the wrong button.
Oh, sorry. Like this.
No, Hal, it's
this. No, I'm pressing the right button. It says Windows sound button.
Well, no,
I'm clicking it.
Let me try.
All right,
just got to do it a bunch. Just do it a bunch.
No, now it's just doing it a bunch.
Yeah, but you do it the most times and it stops.
No, you do it once like this. Damn it.
All right. You know what? Forget it. Let's just go now to the Sad Trombone versus The Price is Right horns. Hal, I think we knew going in, this was going to be the question that we would wind up asking is the superior sequel, and this is a question that comes up so often on this show, I did not expect it in the Fail Sounds episode.
Right.
Is the superior, improved upon sequel better than the original shoulders on which that sequel is standing? Are The Price is Right horns The Empire Strikes Back to the Sad Trombones Star Wars, or is one of them Temple of Doom / Back to the Future Part 2?
I think it's a little closer. I think one of them is Raiders of the Lost Ark and the other one is Last Crusade, where you could make a legitimate argument for either one being better. But in my estimation, while The Price is Right horns are great, there's something about that original that just... the fact that it has persisted for 100 years, basically.
Yeah.
It continues to be something. Like, it's the sound of failure. They're trying to recreate the sound of failure, but they're doing it in their own way. Very smart. Price is Right fail horn is so good. I love it. But I would pick Sad Trombone personally.
Yeah, I think that it's become so much a part of our culture. It's transcended other cultures around, and it's probably from the cartoons that it was in and in the nonverbal entertainment pieces. It's a nonverbal way to express something very specific, and it is a fail. I think it's up there with having a very specific meaning. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There isn't a word for. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It is the word, and it became the word womp womp, and then became the description of the word sad trombone, but yeah, I think it's gotta be the OG Sad Trombone.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Price is Right horn, the Alpine Climber just fell off the mountain, so you're going to hear this. And people of the world, if you are looking for the sound of failure, which I hope you don't hear in your life frequently, but when you do, just know that that sound is this. Asked and answered.
I feel like we need a happy sound. It sounds like it lost. It sounds like Sad Trombone lost.
Well, sadly, I don't have any happy noises on here.
Well, maybe go check your childhood. See if there are any happy noises back there.
I can make myself sound like a robot.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
The best fail sound is the Sad Trombone asked and answered.
How was that? Did it feel like that was a small robot?
I love this new toy.
Oh, wait, you want to talk to me as a child?
Oh, I'm not going to like this. This is going to be creepy, isn't it? Okay, let's go back in time.
Hey, it's me, Little Hal. How's it going?
Whoa. Where'd your Philly accent go, Little Hal?
Oh, what's going on? Yo, we going to Burho to play mini golf this weekend? I can't wait to go. It's going to be so much fun. I'm a kid.
There you go.
So now that we have this, I got to get one of these too so we can do episodes as we got this babies. We'll make your dreams come true.
Go, bye-bye.
All right. This topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
you can follow us on all the social media at We Got This Podcast, with the exception of Instagram, where we are at We Got This Show. You can also join us in the Facebook group, or the new bestest place on all the internet, our Discord. It's all happening there. We got a book club. People showed up and requested it, and we delivered. So you can be there with us at bit.ly/WGT Discord and help us shape what that experience is for you and the rest of the people of the world. I sure do hope you will join us there. Thank you so much to producer Ken Plume, who I have faith has dropped in all of the sound effects. And if not, at least he's enjoying that part.
Clip not available.
Thank you also to researcher Kay McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us an opportunity to sit here and feel like we're succeeding while listening to fail sounds. And we feel like we are succeeding because you've given us an opportunity to make this show. We wouldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. We thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
So dumb.
Maximum Fun, a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported
directly
by you.